Hey, what's going on, everybody? Let's make sure everything's working. Hopefully everything sounds okay. Howdy how. Let me know if there's anything not working. But yeah, welcome to this today's Rokoko office hours. I'm Sam Lazarus, creative director for Rokoko. And in these streams, normally we just kind of hang out, talk about mocap, answer questions related to workflows. We already got a question from Fabio about Unreal 4, which we can totally get into. But yeah, so generally we just kind of hang out, answer questions. I'll work on a project in the background. And yeah, that's the way it goes. So, Fabio, what's going on? Nice to see you. Oh my gosh, I need my beanie. My hair is out of control. There we go. Now I'm safe. Yeah, we can totally take a peek at some Unreal 4. So actually, I was hoping to go through the Unreal 4.27 and Unreal 5 workflows on this stream, but I ran into some last minute problems with that. So I'm going to fix that up, and then hopefully we're going to have a proper tutorial come out tomorrow about that. Hey, ESD, thank you so much. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Those guys are so awesome. They're the coolest. It was really great. Hopefully we'll do a lot more. And we'll give out some more suits and some more gloves and more stuff. So stay tuned for all that. Cool. So Fabio, what do you want to talk? What do you want to see? So you want to show us how to do from scratch mocap from Rokoko with fingers to Unreal 4 with iPhone Live Link Face. So we can totally run through that. And we actually have a setup. You want to see it from scratch. So we can go through that. It's a lot of bone list. We can walk through it. So let's open up Unreal. But yeah, if you want to elaborate on if there's anything in particular you want to see. Again, we have our Unreal 4.27 and Unreal 5 plugins are now out. They're actually on our GitHub. You can actually get the Unreal 4. Let me go on my little screen. You can get the 4.27 plugin now on the marketplace. Go to the marketplace. Check out Rokoko. Yeah, 4.27. So yeah, you can actually, you can download this and install it to your engine. I don't know why I haven't installed the engine. Yeah, I already have. If we go to my library, 4.27, Rokoko. Oh, update. Maybe it needs an update. Maybe that was the issue. But yeah, we can go, how to get all those things working. Okay, well, The Sims. Hey, how you doing? Fabio, I'll get this opening up. And we're going to go through 4.26 because Woody Davis, what's up, man? Good to see you in the chat. Amazing VTuber, Unreal Wizard, Woody Davis. I recommend you check out his channel. It's awesome. A lot of weird, cool stuff on there. Not that weird, but just cool. Yeah, Fabio, I'll get this opened up. Unless you... And we're going to go through 4.26. So if you want 4.27... that's true. If you want 4.27, I should have a tutorial up tomorrow about that. So I can show you 4.26 now. It's kind of the same process. But yeah, let's open that up. And I'm going to open up. Let me open that up, and then Sims, I'll get to your question in a second. Oh golly, Kansas, where is this? VTubing scenes. So we have this, we just put out a VTubing whole tutorial series. Here, and so you can actually go and download, let's go here. You can download a MetaHuman project file that's already set up in 4.26. This free project files link right here. So we can go through it step by step from scratch, but there are these project files, and we actually also have, if we go to our channel and you type in MetaHuman, Yeah, so here's a bunch of free project files we have set up as well, and these are with Paragon bodies.
Now,
which is really cool, I think.
Some things like removing the
so this
head
is with a
of the
metahuman
Paragon
head
character itself
with Paragon bodies,
in order
which
to
is really
add
easy
the
to get
head,
set up. You just
well.
parent the metahuman head to the neck bone or the head bone or whatever. So they aren't the same, Fabio. I mean, they are this. The programs are relatively the same. I mean, certainly compared to like the jump between 426, 427, and then Unreal 5. They're basically the same, but the workflows are different because there's some new nodes and stuff in 4.27 and some new data asset classes and things. So it's kind of the same, but it is kind of different. But anyway, let's go through and do it. So Sims, sorry, before I get too far, a new suit. Careful with doubled audio. Oh, is something playing? Hold on. Couldn't hear that. Okay, hopefully it's dead now. Thanks, Woody. Yeah, Sims. New suit costs $2,500 for the suit alone. Yeah, right, Woody. Right. But yeah, $2,400 for the suit alone, and pull this up. But we are now taking pre-orders, which will be shipping starting in January, first come first serve, on the Smart Suit Pro 2, which has a great bundle with the smart gloves, which is what I would always recommend because the smart gloves add so much, which is $3,500. I'm sorry about the construction. It is never ending next to me. Can't control that. But yeah, body, suit, and gloves, $3,500. You get Studio Plus 1-year license, which is access to the Unreal, plugins and Unity plugins, all the live plugins. So, and then in terms of shipping, I'm not sure. It can be kind of expensive depending on where you're living. I'm not sure about Russia, but you can always book a live demo. If you go to our website, there should be a little pop-up that is, oh, here it is right here. Book a free online demo. And so we have a team that does these demos live. So you get a half an hour or an hour. I think it's in half hours. And you can ask all the questions about shipping, and they can help you out with that. And you can also ask about your specific workflow and stuff, which is useful, I think. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, Sims. Okay, so this is that free project file, Fabio, that you can go and download right now, and it has a little metahuman in it, which is free. Metahumans are free, so we can give out the project files for free, and you can do whatever you want with these. Green screen is for VTubing. But let's go through what the different things you need for streaming into Unreal, for fingers and everything. And the main thing that you need is these bone lists. So if I open one of these bone lists up, this is this Rokoko assets folder, which has a bunch of bone lists that I've already made. You can find also on that, Rokoko metahuman VTubing. You can find on this VTubing page. It's in this free project files, Rokoko assets 4.26. And that has a bunch of these bone lists. And what these bone lists basically are, let's open up the metahuman one, is this big long list that defines all the skeleton bones for our metahuman. So if we go and let's open up the metahuman skeleton. I'm getting some crashes on Unreal recently. I don't know why, so hopefully that won't happen. But if you go and you open up the main blueprint for your metahuman, Natalia in this case, then you go to body, double click the mesh, go over to the blueprint. Actually, no, we were going to look at the skeleton. So here's the skeleton for our metahuman. We go to character bones, all hierarchy. You can just see the bones. And so what I've done is I've created this bone map, and then I've filled out all the corresponding bones so that Unreal knows where to send each mocap bone. It knows where to send that data to my metahuman, right? And this bone map is if we go to miscellaneous data asset, and this is where it's different in 4.27 and 5. This process is different. But if you look for smart suit body map data, and then you rename it bone list for your custom character, that might not have metahuman bones. You open it up and you'd go through and you'd fill out this list. I usually just open it up to the side here. And then I go to my skeleton and my character and I do it all. Thanks, Digital Creator School. Yes, Woody, there is news. So, okay, so Fabio, I don't know. I don't really want to do it from scratch because filling out these bone lists is a bit of a pain in the butt. But we have tutorials on the channel. Let me go find one and just put it in the chat. Coco YouTube. Let me just go find this. And if you search for, it should be a playlist of Unreal. Yeah, we have this updated metahuman playlist, and this kind of gives you all the information you need. But yeah, and then we also have if you're not interested in live streaming and you're looking at retargeting, we have this playlist, which goes through how to do retargeting, which is a big thing for retargeting. Yeah, so I mean, if you're trying to do retargeting, Fabio, which is not live, right? That's where you have recorded your data in Rokoko Studio, and then you've exported that, right? And you've brought it into Unreal. The second link that I sent goes through how to do that. Yeah. So you want the second one, and that'll go through retargeting. And the big thing for that is that for a lot of Unreal character assets, they come in an A pose. And so when you import your mocap, you need to, you'd record your mocap and export it. You include the body mesh, because for Unreal to import FBXs, it needs a mesh attached to it. So you include the body mesh, you'd export it, you bring it into Unreal, and then follow that tutorial, and that should get you the rest of the way. What that doesn't cover is facial motion capture, and we don't have an official tutorial out for that. It is possible, but it's a little bit complicated. You can maybe go check out, I don't know, Woody, if he has a tutorial on that, but there's ways to do retargeting for facial motion capture in Unreal. I just haven't gotten around to playing with it yet, and it's more complicated. So that's a bit of a pain in the butt right now, and we'll have a tutorial out for that soon, hopefully. Yeah, and all these VTuber tutorials, they'll help. Okay, Digital Creator School. Yeah, I bet Woody can answer that. Woody, how would you do that? I feel like our engineers, it's not as easy as it is to do it live that I've found. You basically, I think there's a retargeting. Yeah, you can save the live link face data. That's what I do. So if I were to go into my, oh gosh, what is it? I haven't done this for a little while. It's a take recorder, my take recorder, not sequence recorder, which is being deprecated. Not sequencer. I want my take recorder. Where's my take recorder? Where is this guy? God, I haven't done this in a little while. Take recorder. Where are you? I thought this was it. Take recorder. Did it open up? Oh, here it is. Oh, it was hiding. Jeez. So I would go, let's just set this up quickly. And again, I would follow those tutorials for this because they'll answer all those questions. But once you have your Rokoko receiver in your scene, you've turned on live streaming, I've set everything up here, hit play. Oh, hold on. I think I changed something in this. Her blueprint, body blueprint. Make sure this name is the same here. You can see it's working now. As in Rokoko Studio, Sam is my actor profile. But you'd hit play. Everything's running. Then I would go to my take recorder and add, not atmospheric fog. I would add her into my take recorder. Record it, 30 FPS, let's say. Boom. Record this. Stop it. Oh, I should have hit no there, but that's okay. Now I have an animation saved. If we actually go back to cinematics, takes. And again, this is all covered in our tutorials. Yeah, so yeah. Yep. It's easier. The problem with it is that you're doing it live, so there's a potential to drop frames, which is fine usually. But if you're retargeting, right, that's a 1-to-1. So that's, in theory, it's better, but it's just more of a pain in the butt getting the curves over between what you import from Rokoko Studio and your character. Sorry. Digital Creator School, such a big fan. Sorry I didn't get to your question. But yeah, thank you for the VTubing series. It's basic, but yes. So in our Rokoko app, Rokoko Remote. So in that series I'm using, and if you're still around, Digital, I'm sorry if I forgot you left, but yeah, but there is, on the Rokoko Remote app, there's a calibration. There's a calibration button, so you can do it right from the app on your iPhone, which is nice. In the new plugin, and actually in the old plugin, it was just more buried. Hey, Digital Creator School, you're awesome, by the way. I've man, I don't know how many times I've watched your tutorials, but a lot of times from before I was working at Rokoko even. You're all over the place. But yeah, so there's a thing in the Rokoko Remote app, which is free. So you can download that right now on the App Store. And there's just a calibration button on there, so you can do it from the app. But also in the new plugin for 4.27 and 5, there's an API that's built into the scene, so you can do your recalibrations. It's like a little menu that's right here. It shows up, and you can trigger recordings, you can trigger calibrations. Yeah, so it's you can do a lot of stuff, and that API is actually, you can find it. Let's try and find it right now. I think you have to go to show plugin content, show developer content, I think, and then it's under widgets. It's under widgets somewhere. I forget what it's called. API? No. Rokoko. Receiver, Rokoko remote. No, I forget what it's called, but you can, if you open up the demo project from GitHub, it's on there. And again, I should be dropping a tutorial with all this stuff tomorrow, so there'll be more information in there. But yeah, hopefully that answers some of your questions. In Rokoko Studio, Joron. Hey, Joron. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that. I probably am. Yeah. Digital, and we'll be back on stream next week, and so if you're still having problems, you can come back. But that tutorial should be out tomorrow. But yeah, Jerome. In Rokoko Studio sample, there's some animations that include faces. Those are recorded in Rokoko Studio. They are. Yep, and it's all using an iPhone. So we have a free app that is on the iPhone, and it connects to Rokoko Studio very easily. It uses a true depth sensor, a true depth camera in the iPhone, like a lot of the iPhone-based facial mocap solutions. And it's very easy to set up. And as long as we're throwing things into the chat, I can Rokoko Studio hardware VTubing. We just went through this setup. We have a bunch of tutorials on setting this stuff up. But share here is this, and we go through how to. Oh, hold on. Is this audio on? Hopefully not. But yeah, here's kind of you can kind of check this out here. So I have my iPhone right here. I'm blocking it. Move. Got my iPhone. This is the iPhone screen. Rokoko remote. This is the free app. As soon as you open it up, if you're on the same Wi-Fi network, you get this little dot. You connect. And then, oh yeah, so Digital Film School. Here's the that's the recalibration button in the app. So you can just hit that. Yeah, this is everything working in Rokoko Studio. How many Sams can we get on screen? Nickinson. How you doing? So I feel like you might have added a comment on one of the tutorials recently about this, and I was just helping out someone in our home office in Denmark who was running into issues with this as well. So are you in 4.26, Nickinson? Or 4.27? Woody, we can get as many Sams as you need. As long as they got beanies. You know that they're the right Sam. Like this guy. He's got a beanie too. They all got beanies. Sorry. So you are in 4.26. Okay, so let me try and see if we can pinpoint this. So metahumans, let me open this up, and I assume you're using this metahuman project, right? I know Woody Davis does have a beanie. I think it might be red too. I'm not sure, but if it is, any color beanie works, but the red beanie is the real power. So Nickinson, you in the details for Rokoko body pose node, I can't see the smart suit animation setup field. So this, I'm not exactly sure. Okay, you can't see this? Like this is not there? Because that's bizarre, obviously. Okay, so this is what I think this is what Tari was talking about too, who is another Rokokian, I think. all I can imagine, if you're not seeing this Rokoko Smart Suit animation setup field, I don't know. That sounds... What version of Unreal am I in? Let me just double check. No, 4.26.2. I don't know. I would uninstall the Rokoko plugin. It shouldn't matter because it's in the project. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to run that down because you're not the only one who's been having that problem. Someone, again, like I was saying, from our home office who I was just talking to has had that same problem. I just downloaded this project on another computer and it worked fine. Maybe are you on a Mac? Maybe that could have something to do with it. I don't know why it would. But I'm not sure because I've seen there's lots of issues with anything in CG in my experience, but that's one I've never seen before. And maybe it's, oh, you know what? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you should, I don't know. I would try to go and enable view developer content, show plugin content, maybe turn that on. Turn on all these viewable contents. Maybe that's it. You're on a Mac but running Windows emulated. It should totally work. I don't know. Not a good answer. And very frustrating, I'm sure, for you, with good reason. But we're trying to track it down because again, you're not the only person. The guy from our office who's having the same problem is on a PC, so that's not it. I don't know. Maybe it's this show plugin content. Maybe that's it. Because I always have this checked, but I think by default it's not. So maybe that's it. But again, I feel like that probably comes over from the project. Let's turn this off and see what happens. Looking into getting some animated avatars into Unity VR app. Nice. And yeah, I forget who asked. I think it was Woody asking about not Studio 2, the new studio. Yes, it was Woody. Yeah, it's coming out in January. Beta's being released in January. If all goes according to plan. Don't roast me if it doesn't. But yeah, it's super good. It's awesome. I've been playing with. We've been testing the hell out of it all week. And it's gonna launch we're not gonna get rid of Studio Legacy, as it will become called, because we know people have it, using it for active projects and things. We don't want to mess up workflows and stuff. But it will launch kind of with basic Studio One functionality, but that alone, like it's faster. At least so far in my experience, things can always go wrong by the time it actually makes it out. But it's faster, it's more accurate, so like you can touch your face better and things. No, Smart Suit animation setup, it's still showing up. I don't know. Sorry, Nickinson. Don't know. I'll if you come back next week or if you hit up the Discord, we should be getting to the bottom of this. But again, you're not the only one, so it's something that we are aware of and I don't know. I think it's more of an Unreal thing than a Rokoko thing, but either way, you got to sort it out. So no solution yet. I don't know why this isn't showing up. I would try to install the plugin into, onto your engine from the marketplace. And I would open up an Unreal project and I would throw down in a random blueprint, just throw down a Rokoko body pose node and see if it shows up, instead of like a project that is pre-made. I don't know. Yeah, come back next week. I would do this though. I would install the plugin to your engine, and then just try to put down a body pose node in a random blueprint, just to see if the issue is that it's a downloaded project or something. Maybe that'll fix it. Woody, I'm not sure. I think it's still built. No, I don't think it is anymore. I don't know how much I can reveal about it, but it's I don't think that it is. Because I think it's because it's trying to do a lot more things in the cloud and like eventually be browser based. It can be with the option to be browser based, I think, is one of the ideas. So I think we built a whole new architecture. I'm not a developer. I don't know how to use those words, but I guess an architecture for it. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's great. It's going to be a little bare bones when it comes out at first. I wish I could just pull it up now, but I'm sure that would be a bad idea. Yeah. Yeah, you'll sign an NDA. I heard a great phrase today, a friend DA, which tickled me because there's a lot of friend DAs being thrown around, I think, often. But yeah, there's news coming out about it very soon. I think January 22nd or something, end of January. I'm not sure. Is when the open beta, and so it'll be anyone will be able to download it at that point and play around with it. Yeah. So that is, yeah. So we can keep talking about friend DAs. It's like where you do this. You're like, confidentially, don't tell anyone about this. I shouldn't be talking about it. Don't tell anyone about this. We're cool, right? You're not gonna spill the beans. I'm not going to have you sign anything, but friend DAs, not a good way to do things, probably, most of the time. Yeah. So what I actually wanted to do was play around with something. Yeah. And Nickinson, Jerome, Digital Creator School. I know your name. I forget what your name is, but Fabio. If anyone has any other questions, we can keep talking about that stuff. I just don't really want to do a character from scratch in Unreal, so I'm gonna not do that. What I wanted to do was play around with. I've seen a bunch of workflows recently for creating pixel art style characters in After Effects, and I kind of want to I was gonna just play around with that. So I'm gonna do that, but ask more questions, and we can go over them. Also, I do need to call it at 12:30 today, so we got another hour. So I'm gonna go through it. Okay, so so digital creator. Hold on. Oh, bother. Come on. Ah, Digital Creator School. I can't find your name. I forget what it is. I'm sorry. I'm just going to keep calling you that. Lucas. Sorry, I was looking on your YouTube. Yeah, so we have a... I did make YouTube Rokoko. Gotta just make a bookmark for that. But you can, in the old version of the plugin, you had to have every field filled out in the bone list. You don't anymore. I do get crashes sometimes. I don't know if that's related to our plugin or not. Hopefully not. But yeah, so here is a animation hour, which is what we had before the stream. But this goes through how I... this guy has a... Basically, that sitting blueprint. And this is a free project file as well. Just go and make sure that it actually works. Some of these links. Yeah, so this project file should work. You can find this, and it has the whole layout of how I did this. And basically, yeah, it's, you know, the character is posed with their feet in this position, and then they just, you know, I don't include the bones in the bone list. You know, but the truth is, for sitting, I would just, you know, and you can even disable the rotation, the on this axis, on the, what would it be, the y-axis, so it doesn't lean back. All right, so it just goes left and right. Yeah, but you just, you know, you basically just leave out the bone list, in the bone list, any of the leg bones. And then you have to lock the hip into place, which is what I did. Yeah. The crashes, I don't know. I get crashes sometimes too. Aximmetry. I don't even know what that is. Anthony, what's going on? Nice to see you. Would die for a tutorial. See how aximmetry day. Aximmetry. What is this? I've never heard of this. I'm out of the loop. Virtual Studio. Oh, it's like a it's for... Interesting. It's like for presentations and stuff, for broadcast, I assume. Okay, right. That's a good one, Anthony. I mean, I wasn't even aware of this fork. Unreal Fork. That's a version of Unreal, I assume, or a built something that is another broadcast version of Unreal. I didn't even know this was a thing. That would be very good to do. Maybe we'll get to that, Anthony. I'll file that one away. I'll make a note of it right now on my to-do list. Aximmetry with 2 M's. Cool one. But yeah, we don't have a tutorial for it, and we didn't, before this moment, have any plans to make one. But maybe we will now. Okay, well, I'm going to make this thing because I've been thinking about it. So these are, we actually had, in one of in the contest, we had a low poly submission, which is using these Cinti characters from Turbo Squid. Excuse me, burp. And they come with a Maya file and everything. They're kind of these low poly characters, which are really cool. And what's neat is they come all rigged the same skeleton, so you can just like toggle them on and off. Hacker female. So this looks pretty cool. Kind of want something that has more contrast. Ooh. Hologram female. No. Junkie female. No. Medical male. Ooh, that it's a little too dark. Those blacks. Maybe the monk. Okay, the monk. I like this guy. He's got his visor. That's gonna look good in a pixel. Yeah, the Anthony. Sorry we don't have one. But what I'm gonna do is just go. I've got my Maya project, and I'm gonna go into the motion library, which is natively in Maya, which is always neat. I'm in Maya 2022. I'm gonna go grab an idle. Oh, that's cool. Xsymmetry does ESD. Interesting. Are you in broadcast too? Also, everyone, we do have a Discord channel we launched recently, which is modded by a lot of fantastic people, mainly Vanya on our social team, who's the head of our social team and is all over the interwebs, and David Lindbergh, who's super knowledgeable about everything. So you can always go to the Discord channel and ask questions and stuff. Okay, I kind of want an idol. I want an idol for this guy. Male cartwheel. Let's look for idol. Idle alert state 2. You're not moving very much. No. Okay, you know what? We're just going to use that basic idle. Looking around. I hit that download button. It brings it directly into my scene, and it gives it a characterization automatically. So I just need to do that. Hit play, and look at that. Look, everything's set up. Looking good. A little laggy. Don't know why. And what we can actually do is, just because we have a little clipping here. Don't like this clipping. Come on. Of the hands. And we have tutorials for this whole workflow up on the channel. And we're just about to put out a new tutorial on how to bake this to a control rig. So I'm going to hit bake to control rig. Even though I didn't create one, it already has it will add a control rig automatically when I do that. Boom, boom, boom. You can see it added all of our control rig things. And now if I just wanted to bring these hands out a little bit here, right? Go to the channel box editor, go to my animation layers. I can grab my wrist controllers, shift. This blue button is create layer from selected. Do that. So now I got an animation layer, and it cleared out all these keyframes at the bottom. This is all a whole timeline of keyframes, and now it's empty because there's a layer sitting on top of our original mocap animation, right? And now I can just grab these. Because they're IK, it's really easy. Just move it over, add a keyframe by hitting S, move this over, add a keyframe, and now look at that. No more clipping. Boom. Looking freaking good, man. Okay. So I got that. just gonna save this. Because Maya will crash sometimes, and yeah, you can see we were planning to Unreal 4.27, but wasn't ready. Yeah, ran into a problem. Character sci-fi, whatever. Sci-fi. Save. Okay, now I'm going to, I don't need my mocap. I can delete that. Just get rid of everything that I don't need. And let's save again. Now let's export all. Ah! But that's okay. That'll happen. Always save before you export out of Maya. When working with mocap, I've found... Oh, I have another instance open. Probably didn't help. But yeah, you know, it crashes. That'll happen on export. For some reason, exporting FBXs, Maya gives me problems. Not just with Rokoko. It's just Maya crashes a lot. Sometimes. Depending on what you're doing. If you're putting it through its paces. You know, actually, I can get rid of all of these. What's cool is because, you know, these are all parented to the same skeleton. It's actually, I have everything. Somebody say NFT. Oh, I don't know what that's about. But look, I got all these different... What the heck is happening here? I don't know. Delete whatever those are. Some control rig things or something. But yeah, it's cool that these low poly characters all come connected. You heard it helps when you're working with it in an enterprise level? Yeah, I bet it does. I think this is the indie subscription. Okay, so export all. I'm going to... I always do bake animation and resample all. I have blend shapes connected even though there's no blend shapes. Honestly, FBX 2020 I avoid. I usually do FBX 2016, 2017. Let's see if it works. You know I'm bringing this into Cinema 4D. Sci-fi guy. Let's see if that worked. And then it's always good to open up a program when another program is doing something complicated. That always gives you good results. No, I'm joking. Forks of Maya. I'm liking this forks word. I'm sure it's it's like, I don't use it very often, but I like it. There's forks of different things. I probably sound like an idiot being like surprised by that term, but I'm going to use that a lot. So it's a fork of Maya would be a specialized branch of Maya that was created for a specialized purpose, I assume. Right, Woody? Ooh, that's pretty. Someone making the front page of the Cinema 4D. Okay, let's go get my sci-fi guy, see if everything worked out right. It just came in real friggin' tiny. It's gonna pop it in a null. It's a 1,000th of the size it needed to be. probably could have changed it to meters or whatever on import or export. Okay, it's 288 frames. And look, so this is the workflow I almost always use when working in any program. I mean, honestly, I use Maya for all my retargeting. I think it's the best system. Somebody was explaining to me on the stream recently that there's the reason for that it works so well is because the human IK system in Maya just does a really fantastic job of retargeting. So there's some special sauce in that human IK system that makes it so that retargeting just works better. I assume it's some sort of procedural thing it's doing about the hip height versus the bottom of where the floor is, and it's figuring things out. Anyway, whatever the reason is, a lot less foot sliding and things that compared to like doing it in Cinema, doing it in Blender, doing it in Unreal. So if you have access to Maya, and it's relatively more affordable now, it is the best retargeting system that I have found. Maybe that's not true for everyone, but it certainly is the workflow that I use. I always work in Maya to do my retargeting, even though I'm bringing it all into Cinema 4D. Sci-fi scene. Okay, so now I'm going to go, and I want to go and grab this Polygon Sci-Fi pack, source files, OBJ, Polygon Sci-Fi City Pack demo. It's going to open up this big, fatty project here. And if I grab my city, paste, hey, don't do that to me. Look at this. We got a whole city here. Super cool. These models are awesome, I find. And he's still way too small. Save this again, and I'm gonna boost this up by another 10%. Now he's way too big, so instead of doing that, we're just gonna make this 5,000 by 5,000 by 5,000, and now he's the right size, right? Grab him, rotate him, move him. Oh, needs more rotating. 90. So, super duper cool. And we're going to put him right here. Next to these stalls. And then I'm going to make my camera a little Instagram sized, 1080 by 1350. Change it over to the Octane renderer. I'm going to create a camera. Going to change my focal length to 50. And if we hit save, boot up Octane here. And I've been using, I wonder how laggy is my video feed? If anyone could tell me that. I'm using the Octane, I'm using the NVIDIA broadcast thing now. It's doing all the blurring of my video, but it uses GPU. So I wonder how laggy it's making me. And you know what we need here is we need some light, baby. Need some shadows. Ooh, that looks cool. It's bright, but Thank you, Woody. You need to come to the stream every time. Man, and yeah, I mean, there's so many great people who will show up to the stream, but Woody does have some really interesting stuff on his channel. I really would recommend checking it out. Okay, I'm super curious to bring this into After Effects, so I'm just going to go ahead and render this. Look at how easy that was. That's an NFT right there, right? Especially when we pixelize it. That's what I'm really curious about. But as a little plug for Rokoko, it was a very easy process to get us here. Of course, we bought the models and everything, but getting the mocap on and everything, super quick. Okay, export. Sci-fi monk. Sci-fi monk. Save. Output. Preview range. Boom. Play. Looks cool. That's great. Woody, I'm happy that you're learning. Someone's learning something. It's you know, we're all just doing the best that we can. So much more to learn, everyone. That's good. Man, some of your Unreal stuff, I really need to go in. I'm always. I know that you put stuff out about it, but your low poly character with facial mocap is so great, and it's something that I think a lot of people are interested in. I just like the low poly look. I mean, the way that you hooked it up with the IK is really cool, but also just the facial mocap component. But I think your character can blink and can kind of do facial movement, right? Let's go to Woody's YouTube. WoodyDavis.com. Stalk you. Yeah. Oh, the live mouse animation. Yeah, so the mouth is really cool. This is so great. Oh, is Sable fun? It looks like I need to get it. I'm always like, I want more games like Breath of the Wild that are just like, let me just be calm and simple and wander around. Sable looks like it's probably that game. So this is all live link. Ooh, cool. No. That's awesome. Pixel Fire. The coolest. That's some power right there between you guys. Are you guys playing games or are you doing Unreal stuff? What time? Go full promotion. You can't be too promoty. We're all learning. I don't even know if that's not even promoty. That's just good information for people to have. Oh my god. This is like, yeah, all I care about is just having cool looking characters and customization. Chat stream. Sweet. Maybe I'll tune in. Are you guys both in New York? Is it going to be an EST? Okay. Well, this is kind of exporting. So let's open up After Effects. Again, good to have as many possible things as we can have open at once. Maya. Cinema. After Effects. 7 p.m. Eastern. Ooh, that's good for me. Maybe I'll tune in. 4 o'clock. Hells yeah. Okay, let's bring in our export here. Create a new sequence. I'm just going to extend the sequence time, Control K. Bring up our composition settings, and we're just going to make it 15 seconds because we're going to reload this animation. It'll get longer. Okay, and here's what I want to check out. So, yeah, Jerome. It's in a 10. All you need is a 10, iPhone 10. You need something with a true depth camera, which the iPhone 10 was the first one to have. So this is an iPhone 10. Might be an 11. Oh, they're all the same. But so you can find some cheaper ones. New Year's resolutions. God, it is that time of the year. Cool. Okay, mosaic. So let's make it 2. What would it be? I don't know. Let's make it 100 by 170. So this is not what I'm looking for. This doesn't look right, right? You want these pixels to move, or maybe it's just not. Oh, there we go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Look at that. Starting to look cool. I think this is a really fun workflow. So there's 2 ways to do this, and I've been seeing, maybe it's, I don't know why I've been getting these in my stream or in my recommendations. I mean, it's essentially just making it low poly. CC balls, that's it. Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah, and there's something that you can lay on top of it. Yeah, I forget who I was watching. David Ryu or maybe it was iDesign. CC balls, which sounds like an internet. Do I not have CC balls? Is it CC ball action? Yeah, CC ball action. Yeah, so there's some way to make this look even better. Something about like, let me try and find this. Pixel art After Effects. Yeah, it was an iDesign tutorial. Nope, it's a real thing. And yeah, so this look is just so cool. And how, okay, so he made his little mushroom. Good shadowing. Okay, he's using After Effects or Cinema 4D Light. So mosaic is the first one, with sharp colors enabled. So this looks pretty cool. This looks super. I don't like how they don't, it's not like a pixelized character moving. It's like the pixels are moving through it, kind of. Look at this noise. Really notice it. So that's the one method. And then method number 2. My gosh. Oh, I still got all this stuff open. Method number 2 is CC ball action. Okay. And then he did something cool. I forget what it was. Cartoon. And he threw that on top of it. And what did he do? This is just now Sam looks at tutorials. But he's going to do something interesting in a second. I remember. Render, fill in edges. Fill. Cool. Okay, let's try that. Cartoon, fill. So that's pretty interesting looking. We got some pixel art. So I wonder if there's ways like... I think this... Okay, so you make the ball size a little bit bigger. You know what? Okay, hold on. Let's grid spacing 3. There we go. Super cool. Dope. Yeah, this is looking kind of neat. I think this is great. We got a little render. We can send up to social. Hey, Kana. Nice to see ya. VTubing extraordinaire on the Discord. Yeah, fun, right? Fun pixel look. This has been in my head for a while. I've been really wanting to try this. This looks pretty good. I bet there's a lot more that we can do, obviously. What about 2? Yeah, that's looking pretty freaking neat. Especially... Let's throw these... no, let's throw... Yeah, let's... What happens if I... Oop. Pretty neat. Yeah, I think this is really cool. It's just, you know, I'm always a fan of doing things cheaply and then throwing filters on top of them to just make them look better. But yeah, pretty neat, I think. It's a fun look. And it looks pretty good. I think you need to tailor... Oh, really? Well, look at how it looks super weird. Oh, it's like scan lines because the pixels are moving up through space. It's kind of a cool look. It looks like... I'm sure there's a way to fix that, right? You would... I don't know. Super neat. And you know, let's push this further. Oh. Let's keep reloading this as we export more. And then let's add a little wiggle position. Wiggle speed 0.2. 20. See what this does. Just want that camera shake, right? Good times are killing me. What's up? Probably Grant. How you doing? Man, speaking of cool people, good times are killing me. Amazing. Relatively young team making this incredible animated show that is using Rokoko tech and like in the freaking most high quality way possible. Sweet. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, but like if you want to see kind of the upper level what you can achieve with Rokoko, they're interesting to check out. Yeah, super cool. Blender, just like awesome, just like how to make a TV show using Rokoko. And speaking of like low poly, they have kind of a stylized look, so you can get away with like not volume capture mocap. Yeah, awesome channel. And I think that they're gonna have their show premiering in the new year at some point, which is really awesome. Yeah, I would definitely check out Good Times Are Killing Me if you want to see a really amazing example of using Rokoko tech. Kana, that's awesome. Yeah, that's right. Good Times Are Killing Me. Do you guys have a... Good Times Are Killing Me. Grant, do you guys have a YouTube, or is it all kind of Instagram right now? They have a lot of stuff on Instagram. They just put out a couple examples, which are really neat. Oh, that is a good song. Maybe try Blender. Good Times Are Killing Me, Blender. And then their Instagram is, I forget what it is. Wow. So this is so interesting. Like, look at my, so it's, when After Effects is cruising, NVIDIA Broadcast is really having trouble. Well, this camera shake is not working. It works this way, but not when you have all these vertical straight lines moving everywhere. So I think just this is pretty cool. This might call it right here. And then I bet some color correction we can make this look even better. I think maybe more contrasty. Yeah. Knack montages. Oh man, congratulations. Knack montages just won first prize in the contest with a hilariously on point video submission. Man, Knack, congratulations. It was so good. I'm so happy that we ended up with you winning, because as soon as I saw it, I was like, that is my front runner for sure. And the guys agreed. Yeah, it was so good. Congrats. The package will be coming. I think probably in January. I don't know. I'm sure Vonnie has reached out, but yeah, it was so good. Congrats. And there were some really amazing submissions, but yours was just so clever. It was such a clever use of the mocap, and just everything about it was so on point. It was great. Yeah. Which Knack made from scratch. He was saying in the comments of the judging video. Oh my gosh. I noticed a few of those details the first time I watched it, and then on stream, because I went through and looked through everything before the guys, a couple days before the guys got on. And I didn't notice the clock like at all. I also didn't notice the stickers at all. The things in the box. It was so good. There were so many little details. It was fantastic. Yeah. Well deserved. Okay, well this little animation is done. I think I might have to run. What time is it? No, I got 12 more minutes. So if there's anything else we want to go over. Yeah, this This is super cool looking. You know what we could do, actually? We want to go full NFT with this. Maybe I'll just print out a couple more. Because this... Oh, it's still rendering. Okay, we'll let it render a little bit more. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Is it... It's Grant, right? I mean, because it's The Good Times Are Killing Me. But it's probably Grant on the line. Good Times Are Killing Me. Sorry, I don't want to dox you. If you don't want your name out there. Oh, wow, Knack. The poster's from alternate realities. That's crazy. Next time I talk to Clint, I'm going to let him know about that. That's nuts. I didn't... Yeah, he is pulling the thing. Huh. Grant, yeah. C4D's acquisition of ZBrush. I don't know. It's awesome. I think it's great. I'm so happy for them. That's, it's like an arms race watching all these companies acquire... What Adobe bought Substance, C4D got ZBrush, Unity just got Weta. I mean, Unreal's been acquiring everything, Quixel, and Unreal pulled up, so many things Unreal's picked up. But it's so interesting that we're seeing them all the tools are being probably not for the best. They're all being snatched up by the individual software. So it's like, well, ZBrush, I would hope that ZBrush and, Substance Painter and like the tools that are kind of software agnostic remain software agnostic, because that would be weird. Yeah, Knack, it's the same model pack. It's a Cinti thing. It's the same model provider. But yeah, crazy. I'm just happy for ZBrush because, it just means that they'll continue to be... I'm happy for Maxon because it means they'll continue to be relevant beyond cinema, because Blender's, I think, eating everyone's lunch a little bit. If I was to start on a new software today, it would be Blender or Unreal. And maybe Unity now? Some love for Unity because Unity is great too. I just have never used it. I think it's better for gaming. I mean, I don't know. It's good for film as well, but for gaming, it would probably be Unity, I guess. But yeah, interesting. And it's so funny that like Blender isn't acquiring anything, obviously, because that's not what they do. But they're still one of the best, if not the best software to be in, I think. I mean, Blender 3.0. Yeah, Pixelfire uses Unity. I couldn't believe that Pixelfire's... He had that video where he came out with a new, his like new studio, and I actually thought it was a real real studio, and it's rendered in Unity, which blew my friggin' mind. I thought it was I thought he built that for the background, and he was putting a digital character into a real studio, and it's not. It's Unity, so you can do amazing things in Unity too. Okay, so this guy's done. Boom. Let me just reload this one more time. Reload. Oh my gosh. It's really long. 9 seconds long. Save. Oh god, it wasn't saved. Sci-fis. And then, yeah, the great thing about these guys all being rigged to the same skeleton is I can just go and, like, let's do the hologram girl. Or no, let's do the cop. No, let's do the android. Look at this guy. Now we got a weird lizard guy. Let's render him. This is honestly, I like need to go and start making NFTs in this style because it would be really easy. Lizard guy. The race for the NFTs in this style has begun with this chat. Alien Male 02. Yeah, Woody. They're amazing. You're going to have to start learning some Blender to hang with them. Although I don't know if the Good Times Are Killing Me are thinking about moving over to Unreal or something at some point. I think there's just so much more you can do in Blender with that sort of thing. Okay, look at this. Cool, cool, cool. Let's print this baby out. Add to queue and render queue. Oh, well, yo, you're in Blender. You just do the rendering in Unreal. Oh, man. Okay, yeah. That is a match made in heaven. Both low poly-ish. I don't know if you're low poly, actually. Good Times Are Killing Me. But yeah. Super cool stuff. Okay, well, I think we're gonna kind of call it right there. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Super fun chatting. Next week we'll definitely go through the new Unreal workflow, and again, that tutorial should be out tomorrow. Maybe it'll be out Monday. Yeah, good to Grant. But yeah, the new Unreal plugin is available on the marketplace, and we'll have the official tutorial out tomorrow. And yeah, really fun. Thanks for joining, everyone. And we will. I am gonna do another one next week, and then I'm gonna be off on the 30th, and then we'll be back in the new year, 2022. Yeah, you guys should connect. I think they're easy to find on Instagram. But yeah, I can't believe it's 2022, but yeah, get your resolutions. Tune in to Woody Davis and Pixelfire tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. PST, PDT, whatever we are now, for some interesting chat. I'll probably be there. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks, Kana. Good to see you. Good to see all of you. Thanks for the questions. And yeah, Rokoko Discord, always a great place to hang out. Nickinson, we'll be figuring out the fix to that issue soon. So we'll talk about that next week too. And the Discord is another good place to maybe there's an answer there. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna call it. Thanks, everyone. Go get red beanies. See y'all.